do what Ant-Man did, or even comparable to what Ant-Man did? Make that many threes?
I don't think that he would turn himself into a long ball shooter like Ant-Man did. No, I don't. But I do think that
so,
he would. I think he would shoot the three though.
You don't think he would have? You don't think he would have turned himself into that? Not necessarily like transform his whole game into that, but you don't think he would have incorporated that game at least like 6 threes?
The reason why, because that wasn't his game, and we had a 3-point revolution. Like we had long ball shooters: Mark Price, Dale Ellis, Reggie Miller. You know, Joe Dumars shot the three. Mitch Richmond shot the three. Hanson shot the three. We had plenty of guys shooting the long ball. That wasn't Jay's game, and I understand that we live in that kind of era. But how wide open the game is and how open the floor is, Jordan playing in the mid-range, Jordan playing at the rim, that would have been where he lived. Like kind of think DeMar DeRozan. I'm not going to say DeMar DeRozan because I'm not going to use DeMar DeRozan as this. But he would have been much better as a mid-range shooter because it was so much more space, and he would have been much better at the rim. Okay. Way more at the because the recovery for guys, because there's so much space. And I think he would have been even better as a facilitator at when he's getting downhill. But the idea of him like shooting, I think Anthony Edwards shot something crazy. I think he made 300 threes. I think he shot something like what 600 threes. I don't think Jordan's shooting that many threes. No, I don't.
Okay.
Nope. Good to talk to you though, brother. You know where to find me at. Yeah. What up?
Put a name on it. Put a name on it. I already know who's dragging you. You can say his name. Hell, I say it. It's Bobby. Bobby dragging you on that damn train. But no. I know. Yeah. It's a damn shame that you got to get dragged onto this shit that he keep trying to latch on to, bruh. What year are we in?
2020.
What year are we in?
2020.
What? We ain't in 2019. We ain't in 2014. We ain't in 2021, and we damn sure we ain't playing against Utah in 2021. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, Chill. You're gonna drink about 5 Gatorades and Powerades this week. The week gonna pass. You know what's gonna happen? Oh shit! Oh, Kawhi out for the damn remainder of the playoffs. Oh damn! Fuck it.
We're not doing that. We're not.
No. You know what? I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna be negative, Nancy. I ain't gonna be negative, Nancy. Let's talk about the East.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the East. Now you said, listen, I mean, I'm on board with you about the play-in. The play-in should be 82 games, and that's it.
Leaf, real quick, before you go any further, Leaf, am I on some bullshit if I don't have any interest in this Bulls Heat game? I have no interest in it at all. Am I on some bullshit for that?
A little bit, because you was talking about three interesting players the other day: White, Giddey, and Gonzalez.
Yeah,
and I think that those three are since the All-Star break, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty good. Yeah. I mean, if you don't care for Miami,
that's what the problem is. That's the problem right there. That's it right there. That's it. Right. It ain't got nothing to do with the Bulls because I'm you know where I am with the Bulls. You know how I feel about
nothing to do with the Bulls.
It's that damn Miami Heat team. I couldn't care less. I have no interest in them.
You don't care about Tyler Hero, bro? You don't care about them? I mean, yeah.
At this particular, that's not a playoff team, Lee. It's not. That's not a playoff team.
Of course it ain't. Of course it ain't. No. We just push. Of course it ain't. But look, I don't want to go back and forth with. I think the plan should be scrapped, and I think the plan will be scrapped once we get all of these 2010 bozos up out of here. Stop giving people extra goddamn
bozos.
Yeah, bozos, grade A bozos, straight ass bozos, bro. Like, get them out of here, bro. I'm sick of them wasting our time. We keep putting them on television, bro, and we supposed to be promoting the younger talent. It's bogus. But I mean, I'm interested in that game for a certain extent. But to get to the Atlanta and Cavs possible series, damn, they did have their way with them this season. They disrupted everything that they do. I'll be honest with you. That's a series that whoever the Cavs play in the first round, they need to get this shit over in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, out. Get to the next round. Yep. Y'all way too damn good. Y'all 60-win team. Y'all don't need to be bullshitting around with these half of damn playoff teams. Get them up out of there. Stop. Don't bullshit around. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get into a series in the first round, you are going to be vulnerable in the second because guess what? Indiana ain't scared of you. Indiana ain't scared of you.
They
The
want
Pistons
y'all.
ain't scared. Yeah, they want. Milwaukee ain't scared of you. They ain't scared
Even though
of you.
Milwaukee, they own Milwaukee. They beat Milwaukee 4 times. Milwaukee.
Yeah, they did. Giannis.
They should handle them. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I mean, personally, I think Milwaukee is DOA, dead on arrival, the second that the playoffs start. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think they ass is dead on arrival. I don't think.
Can I see a Giannis like all-time great performance this playoffs where he like throw the unit on his back and take him far? Could I see that? I don't think that's ridiculous to think that.
It's not ridiculous. The problem is that it's gonna cost him, because the thing is, we're seeing Giannis for the first time play or start the playoffs in the last how many years? 2-3 years?
2 years since 23.
2 years since 23. So it's since I want to say since 22, because he played in that playoffs and they went to the second round and they ran into 7 games against Boston. So I want to say since 22, but just rambling on, I think Indiana. It's a possibility that Indiana might get back to the Eastern Conference Finals if Cleveland mess around with their food. But
I just don't see them beating Cleveland, man. I can't see them beating them dudes 4 times in a week.
Chilltown. Listen, I'm just gonna put this on your mind. Offensively, if you want to say they got better, if you want to say they got more, I think they've gotten more. They've gotten more intelligent offensively, if you know what I mean. They've gotten way more.
The transition offense is really good. It's their half-court offense that isn't that good. And Cleveland's defense, how switchable they are, how they navigate screens, how good they are one-on-one. You can't really pick on one guy in particular because you got a bunch of different guys.
But if Indiana,
you got such good rebounding from Jared Allen and Mobley. I just can't. I can't see it from Indiana. Not 4 times in a week. Cleveland got to go to pieces. For me, Cleveland got to go to pieces.
No. I think Cleveland, they don't need to mess around in the first round with Atlanta. If they play Atlanta, they got to get them out of there 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm gonna before I leave, I wanna sadly and regrettably get to the Western Conference, which I despise.
Bozos.
Yes, all of them bozos out west. Listen, there is a possibility, there is a world where the Warriors don't make the playoffs. There is also a world where the Memphis Grizzlies don't make the playoffs. However, I know the NBA. The NBA is not going for this. They did not move these pieces around for the Warriors not to make the playoffs, even though they did that BS Buddy Hield play yesterday, which was garbage, bro, and everybody knows it. Everybody on the court knows it. He had no business in the game taking that type of shot, running that type of play. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. And now, going forward, I think I'll be honest with you, bro. They definitely own Houston. I already said I don't think Houston is winning a playoff series this year. You made some interesting things about the Minnesota series, but the problem is Luka already figured that defense out a year ago. He picked them apart.
We got to keep Rudy away from Luka. We have to do that, no matter what. We got to keep Rudy away from Luka, no matter what. We have to.
Who's the POA? Because he had his way with J-Mac. He had his way with Ant. I mean, who's the POA?
Well, we're gonna have.
Who are you putting on him?
Jaden McDaniels is gonna have to deal with him. Yes, he is. And on top of that, what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna suggest to shut Luka down. No, Luka is a guy who we got to cancel out. Luka's gonna go off, and I'm like very much like Tim Duncan and Shaq. Like Tim Duncan ain't stopping Shaq. Shaq ain't stopping Tim Duncan. But if Shaq go for 29, 13, and 2, Tim Duncan got to go 27, 11, and 3 to cancel out that production. Okay, so the difference is those other guys like Rui can't go off. Austin Reeves can't give us 22 and 23 like he did against Memphis because we got no shot because we already going to have to eat that production from Luka. Those are the guys like Rui can't go 19 and 9 because that's throwing a monkey wrench in everything we doing. We got to slow dudes down. You know what it's going to come down to, Chill? One of the main things that comes down to it in the playoffs, you know what that is? Free throws. And when it comes, Luka's not that good.
I mean, well, Austin Reeves is. He done figured out how to get to the line damn near like AD was.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but and you account for all of that, and The rest of the West, man. To be honest with you, I mean, I got OKC running the table against whoever they play in the AFC. Who you got?
Is there a
You don't
world?
got
Is there a world?
you
Let me
don't
ask
got the
you a question.
Clippers win. Hold up, go.
I-
Accent.
Is there a world where Oklahoma City gets dollar signs in their eyes early because of the amount of pressure that they under? Because remember, we ain't never seen this before, Lee. We've been to the playoffs before, but this is the
Okay.
first time we've had championship expectation. The temperature gets turned up. It's different. It's different, Lee, living in Brooklyn as opposed to moving to Soho. The rent a little bit
Okay.
higher. The job is a little bit nicer.
That is a fact.
Hold on, that
So-
rent in Brooklyn doesn't look nearly as that rent in
Wait.
Brooklyn look way different than in Soho. Way different.
Time out, chill. So what you wait, chill town. Are you telling me that somehow, some way, if the OKC, the further OKC get in this playoff, they're gonna start to get your little cold feet and shaky? That's what you're telling me?
I'm not saying that they're going to do that. I'm asking a question. Is it ridiculous to think that could happen? Because these playoffs are a sign of what's to come with them. What I mean when I say that is the pressure on them. This is the first time that they've been here before. They ain't never been here before. And I'll be interested to see how they handle it. Where they're the favorite.
I would say this. Listen, as a young team, it's definitely important that they keep their composure somehow, some way. And I told you about these young teams when they go up against the so-called golden gooses of the West with the Warriors and the Lakers and everything, bro. Like I told you about that. Anthony Edwards, man, is not afraid. SGA is not afraid. I'm just worried about the others. Now, before I go, and I gotta get to this. You really believe the Clippers is about to run the table in this first round, bro?
I ain't saying nothing about running no table.
No. I gotta straighten this out now, man. Come on.
We got to straighten it out. Though. Here's the thing that you need to understand, Lee. I'm on the train. It's too late. I'm already on it. I've been trying to get off, Lee. Speaking of getting off, I got to bounce, brother. Good to talk to you.
The Nuggets are.
What up? What up? Yo, I'll come back to him. I'll come back to him. What up?
What up, Chill?
What up?
Man, you gotta tell Jordan to chill with that Memphis hate, bro. He pissing me off, man. I had to close my app a couple times to start watching the stream, man. He pissing me off, bro. he been doing this shit since the San Francisco stream. Chill, I'm sick of it.
Told me that Memphis is getting swept in the first round. I was like, word?
What? And guess what? It's okay. Because when we get this Houston Rockets team first round, if we bust that ass, I'm on Jordan ass like white on rice. Y'all gonna get hella bread from me with them super chats. I'm on his ass or like white on rice. Because this is what I'm assuming Houston gonna do if we do get in them first round, right?
Yep.
They're gonna run a two big lineup. Steven Adams at the 5, the matchup with Zach Edey. I think they're gonna run Şengün at the 4. They might run a man at the 3, Jalen Green at the 2, and Fred VanVleet at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that? How do you like that lineup matched up against us? I just felt like we got more star power than them.
I'm not concerned with the star power. The thing I like about Houston more than anything is how good they are collectively as a defense. It's not just one guy. It's a unit, and how they get legit stops with their rebounding. Not only how they get legit stops with their rebounding. I don't like the fact that Memphis is backing into the playoffs, and you got those young boys over there in Houston, and Amen Thompson, fresh. Jabari Smith, fresh. Dylan Brooks, fresh. Right? Şengün, fresh. Tari, fresh. These guys are ready. And when I think about them defensively, I feel like, and I've said this, I probably said this earlier, and I'm still standing on it. I think Amen can wear down Ja. Ja's jump shot and his scoring has gone the other way. And having to deal with a guy like Amen Thompson all game, every game, that's going to be a problem. And when I get back to rebounding, I've seen Steven Adams take Triple J out of the game just as a glass cleaner. That's going to be a problem because as an offensive, we're going to need second chance opportunities, especially with this team. We're going to need second chance opportunities. And we're gonna do everything that we can. Even though our offense isn't great, we're gonna do everything that we can to get Zach Edey into action. Get Zach Edey into action early and often, and see if we can get him off the floor.
Now,
100% see if we can do that.
I'm not worried about, man. I've been going crazy on the points. He been, when April and March came around, he kind of turned the corner. He popping it off right now. I'm not really worried about it. I get exactly what you're saying though. Man is a great defender. He's a great defender. I wouldn't be surprised if he a depoy next year. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be.
Even with Wemby being in the league, even with Evan Mobley being in the league, even with Dyson Daniels being in the league, all of these dudes in the league, even with all of these dudes being in the league, I don't think it's ridiculous to think that he'll be in contention. No, because Dyson Daniels came out of nowhere. Yeah. I could definitely get with that. So,
do you think Cam Whitmore gets some burn in the playoffs?
No. Him and Shepard, they don't play. Nope. Them dudes do not play in the playoffs, unfortunately.
And one more thing, I know you got to hurry up and get out. That Lakers and Timberwolves series, I told my friend, he's a big Lakers fan. The only way I see Timberwolves winning that series is if Rudy Gobert, he has to dominate that series. He has to, dominate.
When you say dominate on the offensive end or the defensive end?
He has to dominate on the glass. I think it's gonna be some games he has to dominate on the offensive end. I'm already expecting Rudy to be good on the defensive end, until he get popped by Luka on them switches, because that's what they're gonna do.
Keep him away from Luka. Keep him away. From Luka. Do that. I don't care what else you do. Keep Rudy away from Luka. Good to talk to you, brother. You know where to find me.
Yes, sir.
Yup. What up?
Yo, what up, Chill?
What up, brother?
What up? Yeah, man, that like I tried to tell y'all, like I tried to tell you and Thursday, the league and 3-pointers made Anthony Edwards. He is the best 3-point shooter in the league now. And what happened to Golden State against the Clippers, that last play, you don't do that last play with Anthony Edwards on the team. He's not going to allow you to even call that. And I thought that was disrespectful to Steve Kerr for him to call that last play, because Steph Curry was making shots, and for him to drop the last play for Buddy Hield, that makes no sense. And in that Clippers game, they deserve to lose that game, so I'm not surprised they lost. And that might cost them a chance in the playoffs. But I'm ready for this Timberwolves Lakers series though, because I don't think that the Lakers have an answer for Anthony Edwards, and I think that he's ready to get back at Luka. So I'm ready to see how that goes down.
Well, you had brought something up that was really interesting, and it might actually come to fruition. What happens if the Clippers bounce Denver? You might get your wish with Joker getting bounced in round 1. That might happen.
Yeah, I think so. Like Ox was talking about today, man. Zubac, you don't need to try to get no blocks this game. Just stay down, because you know they're gonna try to call a foul quick if they see any kind of contact on Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
So all he got to do is just guard his ground. Jokic is gonna try to shoot all these tough fadeaways. Let him shoot that. Eventually, he's gonna start missing, and don't double team, because honestly, what I'm worried about is the others, man. I keep trying to tell people the Denver Nuggets are a good team. Aaron Gordon has been great this year to me. Michael Porter Jr., he hasn't been the best, but I think he can turn it up at any point, and he can get his shot off anytime he wants.
Yep.
Then the other night they got Jamal Murray back. That 2-man game with him and Jokic, that's always bread and butter in the fourth quarter. And then I love Christian Brown, man. He's really athletic, and now he's starting to find his shot too. So you can't sleep on the others. I think that to beat the Nuggets, let Jokic get those 60 points, and they'll be out the first round. You just cannot let the others go off. Make Jokic beat you.
Man, I don't know if that's ridiculous to think that. Excuse me. I don't know if it's ridiculous to think that, man. As much as I loved how they play off of Joker, because Denver does a great job in playing off of him. How he finds each and every one of those guys. In fact, that's how he wants to play. He doesn't want to play one-on-one. He only wants to play one-on-one when it's conducive to the offense, where he's getting everybody involved, and then now him playing one-on-one works within everything else that they're doing. He doesn't want to play one-on-one where they throw him the ball and everybody just get out of the way. No, he doesn't want to play like that. So if they could slow them other dudes down and you make him play like that, I think that you have a better shot. I do.
You definitely do, because those guys are long and athletic. And then they got Peyton Watson coming off the bench, man. I love Peyton Watson, man. He's great on defense. so he can slow down another team's like score.
Yeah.
So like you said, if you can slow down the others, I don't think Jokic can beat you 1-on-1.
There you go. Good to talk to you, Classic. I know where to find you at, brother.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Yep.
What up, Chill?
What up? What up, brother?
Man, first off, to the dude just on, man, Steph Curry going to be the best shooter in the league till he retire. Anthony Edwards can't take that spot anytime soon.
I'm just trying. I'm having a difficult time
But,
trying to figure
man,
out how that works.
I'm listening to you talking about this season, man.
Mhm.
My takeaway from this season, because I forgot some stuff myself. You reminded me about some stuff that happened this year, man. Don't take greatness for granted, man. It was a lot of stuff that happened this year.
Great stuff.
And I wanted to intertwine what you were talking about with this being one of the greatest seasons with some of the great individual seasons we had this year, man. I heard a little bit of that playback stream not too long ago, and you guys were talking about SGA in comparison to top 75 players. I wanted to know where you were at with him now as a player today, and where does he rank? I know the MVP race is a two-headed race with him and Jokic. I don't really care too much about who wins that. I think both of them are great in their own right. They're both amazing. Giannis, too. He gets taken for granted sometimes. But so what I was talking about, SGA today, where does he rank? Because you got folks that think he's better than Giannis now. Some people think he is the best in the league.
No, I wish I could say that he was, but I don't think he's better than I don't think he's better than Giannis.
Man,
and he's got a really good resume, but
I can't do it. I can't do it either.
It's 100%. He's a top 5 player in the game. I won't argue that point. No, but
me neither.
To put him ahead of Giannis, to put him ahead of Joker, like Jason Tatum, guys like
even
that.
Luka. I think even Luka still has a horse in the race too.
I'm not there yet. Nope, I'm not there yet. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet with him. But yeah, we're getting close.
I wanted to get this Clippers train straightened out, man. A lot of people, they think you got the Clippers winning the title or something, man. All this
for real,
Clippers
right?
talk.
Like I ain't got them winning it. Like chill out.
So relax. I wanted to ask you, if I gave you $100, so you ain't got much to split, how much are you putting on each team per se that you would think winning the title? Would you just put all 100 on the Celtics to go back to back? Are we going 50 on the Celtics, 50 on OKC?
The whole C note, I'm putting it on the Celtics to win it.
The whole C note, you heard him.
Yep, the whole C note,
I'm putting it on the Celtics to win it.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Yes,
I ain't bad at it, Joe.
All right, brother. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, you too.
Yep. What up?
Chilling. Chill. I know this is to the title of the show. 1994, 2014, and 2016. All three of those season playoffs at 5 Game 7. So my question to you is, to the title of the show, do you think that these playoffs have the potential to match 5 Game 7s? And if not, who do you want to see? Give me one series in the East and one series in the West. Who you want to see go Game 7?
I want to see Detroit and the Knicks in 7 games. I would love to see that. I think that's a dog fight, right? I think that's a 7-game dog fight, and I don't think any of the lesser seed. Like I saw Orlando last year against Cleveland in Game 7, and Paulo went the other way. He was young. I'd like to see the development of him. I'd like to see him get better. But in the Western Conference, I want to see the Clippers and the Warriors in Game 7. I want to see that. I think that would be a series for the ages.
Yo, I'm here for. I just got a lot of background noise. I just wanted to ask that one question.
No doubt. Good to talk to you, Breezy. No doubt. What up?
Chill, you said I didn't pull up on the TikTok. All of this, you dropped the link. You mopped the flow with me. But anyway, the topic is Tatum versus SGA.
No, the topic ain't Tatum and SGA. I'm not talking about Tatum and SGA until you tell me why Donovan Mitchell won the NBA championship here ahead of Allen Iverson.
And Finals MVP too. So, because number one, I just think like his skill set, his all-around skill set is better than Allen Iverson.
So he's a better basketball player than Allen Iverson is what you're saying.
Right now.
You can't
obviously as his career goes on, he'd get all-stars and all-NBAs. But
so in year 8, so in year 8, I think we're in year 8 with him. He showed up the same year Jason Tatum did. So in year 8, and Allen Iverson in year 8, he's a better basketball player than Allen Iverson is what you're saying. That's
more efficient. better 3-point shooter. Allen Iverson probably better in the mid range, or at least he
Allen
had
Iverson
more
is a better
volume in the mid
Allen
range
Iverson is a better scorer than Donovan Mitchell.
from volume. But
Period. He's a
Donovan
better
Mitchell
scorer
has
than him.
good volume plus way better efficiency.
He's a better scorer than Donovan Mitchell.
No, you're just saying based off of volume and points per game.
No, I'm not just saying that. No, I'm not just saying that. He's better at the rim. He's better at getting
Actually, hold
downhill.
on. Donovan Mitchell shooting better percentages at the rim.
He's a better one-on-one player.
Hold on. Donovan Mitchell shoot better percentages at the rim than Allen Iverson.
What percentage does he shoot at the rim?
He shoot right over 60%.
Which one is it? Is it right over 60% or is it 60%?
Did that 1 year, and every other year he
How
was in
you
the
know that?
mid-50s.
How you know that?
Because I know the stats.
No, you don't, because you're probably looking it up right now.
I ain't looking nothing up.
Yes,
I know
you
this
are.
off the top of my head.
No,
I don't
you
use
don't.
notes.
No,
I don't bring no notes.
Don't. Yes,
I don't
you do.
bring
You got them right in front of you. Yes, you
I
do.
don't got no notes.
You got them right in front of you. So
I'm outside right now. Ain't no notes.
In order for Donovan Mitchell to be better than Allen Iverson, if he wins the NBA championship and the Finals MVP, he has to.
Allen Iverson never did that.
Okay, sure, but at some point,
he would have been able to take a team. Remember, Allen Iverson, he struggled even when he had better help with the Nuggets, with Carmelo Anthony and all the rest of them.
He
still couldn't even make it out the first round.
That was later on in his career. He was in year.
Melo was still elite. Not Melo. AI was still elite at that time.
He was in year 10, so that doesn't work. He was way.
He was in his prime still, bro.
No, he only played 2 more years after when he was in Denver. He only played 2 more years.
When he first went to Denver, you can't sit there and say he was just past.
He was on the back. He was on the back end of what he used to be.
Prime, and he couldn't get out the first round.
So answer this question for me: are you equating what Donovan Mitchell was today to what Allen Iverson was in Denver? Are you equating those two guys?
No, I'm talking about just Allen Iverson from them at the 8-year mark of their career.
Right. So Donovan Mitchell at the 8-year mark of his career, and Allen
in
Iverson in
96. 2004,
2003.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
2003.
Up until
in order for him to surpass Donovan Mitchell, for Donovan Mitchell to surpass Allen Iverson, he has to, at some point, be close to him. When was Donovan Mitchell close to Allen Iverson in your estimation?
Right now.
So this 1 year he's close to him?
No, the last few years.
No, he has not been. No, he has not been. In 2001,
outside of just the raw points per game, Donovan Mitchell's better than everything else.
Really, he's better. Just like so Donovan Mitchell.
He's a better off-ball player.
Based on what?
He's a better passer.
No way.
Man, come on, Chill.
No way.
Stop, Chill.
No,
come on,
you
Chill.
stop. You stop. He's a better passer. Nope.
Yep, better passer and playmaker.
Nope. Definitely not a better playmaker. No, Allen Iverson
off-ball player.
Actually, Allen Iverson plays off the ball. And when he played with Eric
Snow, he did play off the ball. I'm saying D. Mitch does it better. You see how he's able to fit into this cast system, play off the ball, run off screens, set screens, cut to the basket.
You do understand that he's doing that because number one, they have a point guard who can score. That's number one.
Right. I'm saying he's able to fit next to these players.
Yeah, and
that's how good he is off the ball.
But here's the difference.
He is.
Nope. You're still not selling me. No, you're not selling me. Here's why.
More portable. Hold on. So AI didn't go to Denver with Carmelo Anthony, and he
later. Why you keep bringing up Denver?
Because
Denver is later on. We're talking about.
Hold on.
Nope. You hold on. Nope. Mike, that's bullshit.
They say he had less help.
I'm not trying to hear that.
He had more help.
I'm not trying to hear that.
He didn't make it out the first round.
No, sir. It's not happening, Mike. Sorry. Not happening, brother. You keep bringing up Denver. Denver doesn't work. No. The team was built around Allen Iverson. The team was built around him. And the team was built around his skill set. And he played off the ball with Eric Snow. He never had a scoring guard like Darius Garland. Never had.
He had Carmelo Anthony.
Never. Later on in his career. Why do you keep bringing up Carmelo Anthony? That was in year 9, year 10,
when he
year
had
11.
The most help. When he had the most help, he wasn't a great fit because he's not.
So why bring up? So Mike,
that will.
So Mike, you're double talking me. You're double talking me, Mike, because what you're telling me one thing, and then you want to move it over to something else. You're telling me the Donovan Mitchell in year 8, and then you're telling me about.
Oh wait, no.
Then you're telling me
about.
Right,
we can stay at year 8. Year 8, okay.
Let's stay right here, right? Let's stay right here in year 8. Allen Iverson, since he came into the league, the unit was built around him. He was the franchise player. That wasn't the case with Donovan Mitchell. We can make the argument that in 2021, he wasn't even the best player on that team. It
And-
was
hold on.
Rudy
What,
Gobert.
on the Jazz?
Yes, on the Jazz.
Wait, man, stop. He was
We
the
can
best
make that
player on the
argument.
team. Man, stop.
If you say so,
Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
if you say so,
Man,
but
you done
but
lost
with
your
that,
mind.
but with that
You done
being
lost.
said,
Rudy
but
Gobert
with
was
that-
better than D. Mitch.
with that, he was way more impactful, way more.
Absolutely
we
not.
talking about the defensive player of the year. We talking about
Okay,
we
so
talking
is
about the
Draymond
defensive
Green
player
better
of the
than
year.
Steph Curry? You can say he's more impactful.
Yes, 100%. You can say that. You 100%.
Okay, but
can
he's
say
not better. You know this.
But this is the point that I'm making to you. The unit was built around Allen Iverson from the door. That wasn't the case with Donovan Mitchell. He never had to be in that featured role from the beginning, all the way up until year 8. Allen Iverson did.
Hold on. He
and
wasn't,
he
so he wasn't the
flourished.
number one option on his team?
Which team?
On all his teams.
He wasn't the number one option in Utah when he was on that team in Utah. He wasn't the number one option when he first got there. No, he wasn't.
Man, stop. Who was?
Joe Johnson.
Huh? Bro, stop. Kill, stop.
Mike, you have nothing, Mike. All you are is just talk. That's all you
Kill,
are.
stop.
You stop.
Allen Iverson.
You are ridiculous.
Hold on. Donovan Mitchell with the ring of Finals MVP. With everything he does, he's also better on the defensive end.
Really? Mm-hmm.
I don't care about steals. He's a better defender.
You still have to be close to somebody in order to. You can't just jump somebody with this. Nah. And on no level.
In the first 8 years, what was Allen Iverson's resume outside of the MVP? What was it?
So what's Donovan Mitchell's resume?
With a ring of Finals MVP, remember that was
how we know
his
that he's
resume
getting
would be
there?
better than AI's with a ring of Finals MVP.
I already did that.
From the first 8 years, D. Mitch with a ring of Finals MVP, his resume is better.
See, really? You've been first team All Pro? I have.
You got a ring of Finals MVP? If
you don't either. You don't either.
But this whole convo is an if. You know that.
Okay. So if he wins the Finals MVP,
his resume jumps AI.
No, it doesn't, because all you putting on it is a championship. That means that he was close to him before the championship, and he wasn't. And there's nobody who would agree with that. Nobody.
Wait, hold on, what you said?
Nobody.
Nobody would agree with what? What you said?
That before the NBA championship, he was close to Allen Iverson. He wasn't.
I'm talking as a basketball player. He was maybe not. In the eyes of the people in the MVP.
You just brought up the resume. His resume compared to Allen Iverson's resume in year 8 is not close. It's not.
I mean, outside of the MVP, how many first teams did AI have?
First of all, I got more All Pros than you. You only made the All Pro team one time. That's it.
So what's more value, All Pro or Finals MVP and championship?
What's more valuable? I to be honest with you, I care about being an All Pro. I definitely care.
Okay, so the Finals MVP is not as important as All Pro.
Well,
but yet you say winning matters.
So which one is it? Matter. It 100%
does
matters.
Winning matter?
Yes, that's how you become first team All Pro. Yeah, that's how you make it All Pros. Yes.
And you this year think D. Mitch is a first team All Pro?
I 100% think he's a first team All Pro this year, just like Allen Iverson has been first team All Pro multiple years.
Okay,
and made it and been in the playoffs. So.
Right, and D. Mitch has to, as a rookie, did he not take down Russell Westbrook, Paul George in the playoffs, outplayed them in the playoffs, in the closeout game 6?
Damn good team. A
rookie Donovan Mitchell. You think the rookie AI doing that?
On that Philadelphia team?
Barely
on that Philadelphia team, there's a reason why they had the number 1 pick in the draft. You understand why they had the number 1 pick in the draft?
Even as
because they were bad. They weren't very good.
Right.
That's why he
Mitch,
that's why they had the number 1 pick in the draft.
Expecting him to beat prime Russell Westbrook and Paul George, who was the MVP candidate and DPOY candidate.
He was on a pretty good Utah team though. That team, there's a reason why they had the 13th pick in the draft. They were a good team. That Utah team was a damn good team.
They were good
before he got on that team.
As a rookie, to way do what he did in the playoffs.
Way better
to do what he did in the playoffs.
Way better than what Allen Iverson started with. Way better than that. And at no point was a team built around Allen Iverson. No point was a team built around Donovan Mitchell.
And when AI got that help,
Allen Iverson.
when he got when he had the coach of the year and the 6th man of the year and all that,
and
he made it to the finals,
also,
right?
But you see
and
how
I'm
bad
saying,
they were
D. Mitch, if he wins a championship and Finals MVP, that's better than 2001 Allen Iverson's resume that year. All he had is the MVP over him.
Right? And you'll have the championship, and that's going to be enough, because that means that your resume is comparable to mine, and you haven't proven that it is. Mike. You have not. So I'm your
saying
worst
the ring
nightmare.
and finals
That's what I
MVP
am. You keep
is
what
more
you're doing is
valuable.
you keep saying the same thing. You still haven't disproven that your resume isn't comparable to mine by
Hold on,
year
name
8.
off the wait.
All
What's
you're
AI's
saying,
resume?
no.
I
You
don't
hold
got.
on.
You got notes. I don't know the notes. So wait, what's the
of course
resume?
you don't. Of course you don't. And the reason why you don't know the notes because you don't do your homework. That's why. So
I
you're
go off the
unprepared.
top. You
So
read notes and look up
the
basketball
reason why you
reference.
go off the top, I
of
told
the
you already,
head.
Mike. You should write your rhymes down because it sounds like it when you talk, B. You
Hold
don't
on.
know what you're
What's the
talking about.
resume?
Once
Read
again,
off the resume. Look at your notepad. What's the resume?
I don't have anything in
Look
front
at
of
your
me. I
notes.
don't have anything in
Look
front
at
of
your
me.
notes. What's the resume?
You still haven't told me why. You still haven't told me why Donovan Mitchell from the time he walked in the door till year 8,
I already
why
gave you
he's
the
better.
logic on why he's a better
No, you
player.
didn't. And I'm telling you, he's not
I
the better
gave you
player.
as a basketball player. More
let me ask you a
efficient
question.
scorer, shoots high percentage at the rim. He
Where's
shoots outside of like that long 2 range. He shoots better in the mid range outside of that area.
Where's Donovan Mitchell? Where's Donovan Mitchell ranked amongst the best players in the game today, in your estimation?
Top 10
in your
caliber.
estimation.
I don't got to rank him, but top 10 caliber.
Mm-hmm. Has he ever, in your estimation, now top 10 caliber, there's a difference between top 10 caliber and solidified as a top 5 player in the game. Has he ever been solidified as a top 5 player in the game?
Are we sure AI was solidified?
Once again, you name me 5 players better than him. Yes.
Shaq, KG, not KG, I mean Tim Duncan. Shaq, KG, Tim Duncan, Kobe. Vince Carter at that time.
Nope. He wasn't better than Allen Iverson. No, he wasn't.
Vince Carter, hold on. In the early 2000s, Vince Carter wasn't in the conversation.
Vince Carter, that he outplayed him in the playoffs. Don't forget that part.
KG.
You already said KG. You said KG the first time. So that's only 4 guys. So
no, I gave you 5. Shaq.
No, you didn't. You said Shaq, Tim Duncan, KG,
Kobe, KG.
That's 4 guys.
And Vince Carter.
No, Vince Carter, you can't get Vince Carter. No way.
Man,
Vince
stop.
Carter. Vince Carter had 1 season, 2 seasons where he was a top 15 player.
At that time, that's what we talked about. Early 2000s.
So this is the same Vince Carter that he outplayed in the playoffs and ended up.
I don't think he outplayed him.
Of course,
remember they were going back and forth. It wasn't.
Of course, you don't think so. Even though
they were going back and forth, both of them was dropping 40s and 50s.
All you do, and I won.
You may have won, but that doesn't necessarily mean you outplayed him.
So now winning doesn't matter. It mattered a minute ago, but now it doesn't matter.
Hold on, Vince Carter probably outplayed him. Hold on, Vince Carter was going crazy that series.
Hold on, what, Mike? You need to take a look at your notes. I'm good, bro.
I don't got no notes. This all off the top. You looking up Google and ESPN.
I'm not looking up anything. I'm sitting here talking to you, Mike. Listen,
this all off the top. This wasn't even my topic. But look,
next time you come back, right? Next time when you
hold on.
Bring
Vince
some
Carter
notes,
outplayed AI that
do that.
series.
Next time when you come back,
Vince Carter outplayed AI.
100%. Next time when you come back, do some homework. That's what I want you to do.
I don't need notes.
I don't got nothing either.
You lied and said Vince Carter outplayed AI.
Look, I don't have any notes.
AI outplayed Vince Carter. That's not true.
Nothing in front of me. Nothing.
Go watch that series. You can even look up what's the numbers. Look at your notepad. What's the numbers?
I don't have any notes. Look. There's nothing in front of me. Nothing. Look. Nothing in front of me. That was my glasses. That's on the floor. Nothing's in front of me.
But let's say they were even that series. You gonna tell me Vince Carter wasn't in the conversation for top 5?
I can tell you what. I can tell you this. I know Allen Iverson was a top 5 player in the game.
Are we sure he was better than Vince Carter?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Was he better than
the league? The league leader, the league leader in scoring. Not only the league leader in scoring.
Vince Carter was more efficient.
The league. Here we go with this efficiency shit. But anyway, keep going.
So efficiency don't matter. So
no, it does.
Keep going.
100%. Keep going. 100%.
So it's only about points per game.
No. Make the point. Make the point. You're right. Keep going.
So
I don't want to cut you off.
But you can't sit there and say he cleared Vince Carter in the early 2000s.
I ain't say he cleared him. He was better than him though.
He didn't clear T-Mac in the early 2000s.
I ain't say he cleared him. He was better though.
He was not better than Shaq, Tim Duncan, or KG in the early 2000s.
Really? It's the same.
That's facts.
No, it's not.
That's fact. That's 5 players right there.
No, it's not fact.
Easy
work. This the same Tracy McGrady who was leading the league in scoring at 40% from the floor, 41% from the floor. Next.
Hold on. AI, what was AI doing? He wasn't efficient either.
He was better than that.
Exactly.
He was better than that. Next.
No, AI.
He was better than that. Next.
40%. He was shooting below 40% some of them years.
Mike, you
Hold on.
No, he was. What? How do you know that, Mike?
Because I know off the top
You
of my
don't know
head.
that. No, you don't. No, you don't. I just showed you.
Look up some of the years he shot below.
Mike, all you doing is talking. I'm straight on you, brother. You good. So anyway, I'm way over time, right? I'm way over time. So with me being way over time, I got to bounce. I got whoa. I got one more. Whoa, I got one more guy in here. Yeah, I got one more guy in here. What up?
What's going on, man? What's going on? I heard the basketball talk. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Real quick. Orlando Magic. It's kind of been a shaky season and shit, right? Like, it's just like, how do you think we can push one of these top seeds in the first round? Because I know, not this year.
Not this year.
Or who we playing? Who we playing? Who we playing to play in?
We play Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay. So it's a chance.
You would more than anything, if you beat Atlanta, you'd have to play Boston.
Right.
If you beat Atlanta, you'd have to play Boston in round one. I don't think you got enough offense to beat them. You
don't think so? Because we gave him trouble. We gave him a little bit of trouble in the regular season. A little bit of trouble this year. Yeah, this year I think so. You don't think so?
No, because their defense is just as good as your defense, and offensively, they're just much better. They're not better; they're much better than you are offensively.
Right.
Now I know that a guy like Apollo can cause a lot of trouble, right? I know that a guy like
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. What about Wagner and all those? The Wagners and all those guys.
Even if Franz Wagner and his brother's got a blown out knee, so he's done for the season.
Damn, I didn't know that.
His brother got a blown out knee, so Franz will be playing. But from an offensive standpoint, you just don't have enough. No Jalen Suggs, right? So no Jalen Suggs. That's probably your best perimeter defender. You still have Jonathan Isaac, who is your overall best defender, but he doesn't play as much, right? With him not playing as much, then that leaves you now for
just Ben Carroll. Not dependent on that.
Bronx, yes, not
Bronx, right.
You still need more, right? You still need more in order offensively to have a chance, and you just don't have enough.
Yeah, I can see it because it's kind of been like a shaky year, man, with the injuries and inconsistent play. You know what I mean?
You mentioned everything y'all was doing.
Yeah, the injuries, especially the injuries. When Pat Carroll, because we got up to that strong start, but once Pat Carroll went down, it was like we got discombobulated, man. In some ways. So real quick, how you like these West playoffs, man? Which series you looking forward to? Where's the upset at? Yeah, you see, you gotta think about it. It's that close.
I'm looking forward to this Denver Clippers series.
So am I. That's a crapshoot. Will it be kind of over the top? I said that was a cap shoot. That was a pick 'em.
No, I don't know about a pick 'em because again, you do have two of the best three players in the series. I'm not gonna argue that part, but I feel like with Denver, I feel like everything that they have, I feel like they can compete with the Clippers. I think the Clippers, when they go small, I think Denver stays big. I think Denver.
I don't know. Denver's been kind of shaky this year, man. Like Jokic had to carry the entire load just to get him where they at. Down on top of the whole.
No, he doesn't. You
don't think so?
He doesn't have to.
Who's there besides him?
They got the same guys that they had when they won the NBA championship. Jamal Murray's still there. MPJ's still there. Aaron Gordon's still there.
That's only three. You're missing Bruce Brown. You're missing Jeff Green. You're missing KCP. KCP is with us, but that's three viable components that contribute to that. But I don't know this time. I don't know. I don't think this time around against a team like the Clippers, especially with Kawhi playing like he's playing. But you don't know if Kawhi's gonna make it through this round.
That's the thing we got to concern ourselves with. Is Kawhi Leonard going to hold up? He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's be clear about that. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that same narrative is going to be the case because he looks great. I'd love to see him hold up, and he could be the.
So do I. I make it fun. I make it more competitive and fun, man. What about the Lakers and Timberwolves? Who you got in that?
I think the Lakers can. I want to pick Minnesota so bad, man. I do. I want to pick Minnesota, considering everything that they do. Right, I want to pick them so bad defensively, how good they are, their front line, how much bigger they are than the Lakers. I want to pick them so bad. The thing that I'm worried about, same thing I'm worried about with Oklahoma City, and the same thing I'm worried about with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Can I get production out of Julius Randle? And if I could get production out of Julius Randle, I love them.
See, I don't know, man. Like that whole Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves thing is kind of starting to get legit.
I think we can slow Austin Reeves down. I do think we can slow Austin Reeves down. Yes, I do. I think we can slow Austin Reeves down to the point where he's not going off like he did against Memphis in 2022, right? When he's doing all of that, now we're having a completely different conversation about what the Lakers are doing. I think that if Austin Reeves is giving you 22, 24, plus Luka is getting busy, plus James is getting busy, I think, and I don't get the production that's necessary from Julius Randle, they smoke Minnesota in 5 games.
Yeah. One more thing before we get out of here. Milwaukee, the Bucks, and the Pacers. Who you got?
I think I'm gonna see a Giannis masterclass.
Even without Dame, because I'm not sure when and if Dame is coming back. Mm-hmm. The last time I checked, they said something about monitor him, and it's a possibility he could come back. They're monitoring those blood classes.
No, he's done for the season. He is.
You think so?
He's done for the season. I think that they say that, right? I think that they say that just off the strength of keeping people engaged. They're not gonna risk that. No, just like
I gotta bet to differ in that. If they can't get Dame in this series, I think Pacers run them out the gym, man. You know, even with Giannis going off, because you got Miles Turner, you got Halliburton, of course. You know what I mean? And that bench is so deep, So
Milwaukee got good rotation too. Milwaukee got a damn good rotation.
Yeah, right. But I'm thinking like Pacers are just a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. If I would like Milwaukee's chances a little bit better if Dame was there.
I would like.
And like I said, it's a possibility he might come back. He may come back.
I don't.
But you don't think so? You don't think so?
I think it's too risky. Yeah, I think it's too risky. So we'll find out. Good to talk to you, brother. You know where to find me at. Yes, sir. Yeah. I know what time it is when y'all see me. Y'all know what it is. Monday to Friday, I'm on TikTok, 9 a.m. If I'm not there, you can find me on the panel from 11 to 2. If I'm not there, you can find me weeknights here on Chilltown Hoops. If I'm not here, you can find me on the Sports Fluent Network or also here on Chilltown Hoops. Me and my man, Tony Tone, we do it on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. And if I'm not here, you can find me with Big Ox on Thursday and Saturday. And if I'm not there, then you out of luck because I'm everywhere, my man. You can find me any and everywhere. So I will see you guys soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When's the last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. I will talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light, but take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys. I enjoyed this. This was dope, no doubt.